Gentlemen, welcome to Halloween Daily, where every day is Halloween. I appreciate you hanging out and talking to us today.
Absolutely.
Good
Nice to
here.
meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Great
You
to
got quite the-
virtually connect with you. I'm sorry.
You got quite the setup. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, well, like I said, every day is Halloween for us here, so we're always decorated here in our dungeon, aka office. So
Awesome.
That's so cool.
we're talking about Treasure Trackers, which is a Halloween movie, and it's coming out this Halloween season, which is right on time. And I really enjoyed this. Just a really fun, family-friendly adventure movie. And there's a lot going on with it as far as the mythology of this town, and there's cursed treasure and a witch, and it all has to do around Halloween. So I guess I'll start with the origin of this story, and so I guess maybe Drew, if you want to start and tell us a little bit about where this project began for you guys, as far as the start of the genesis of this story.
So we kind of came in to direct it kind of late in the development.
Okay.
This story had been being developed for many, many years by Storyboard Entertainment, and had gone through a lot of iterations. And they had gotten to the point where they had the green light from the studio, particular crowd, to go ahead and go start into production, but they didn't have directors yet. And the way that we got onboarded was we had made a short film kind of in the same vein, which starred like an ensemble group of kids as the cast. And that was just on YouTube. That short was called Hero. And they had stumbled upon that short film and then reached out to us and asked if we would like to direct the film. And we read the script and agreed to do it. And so that's kind of how it got started. And I think probably within something like 6 weeks of us getting the call, we headed out here to Knoxville, Tennessee, and we lived here for 3 months while we were making it.
Nice. And so was the Halloween aspect and setting that was already in place when you guys got involved, I guess?
Yeah, they had made the pivot. I think early on the script was sort of just a general kids adventure movie. And then they worked with particular crowd and they're like, let's make it a Halloween movie. And so they started injecting more of like a Halloween Town influence into it.
Yeah.
And which is a great movie, by the way. And so we were excited about that because there's not actually a lot of great kids Halloween movies. There's great horror movies as a genre, but for kids it's sort of light. And so we were excited to kind of add to the body of work that's out there. And I think it's cool that they made that pivot. And one of the biggest things for us was to get music that aligned with that. And this is our composer, Robin. And so we were most excited to, add kind of a spooky score. I mean, we grew up with watching kind of older stuff. You know, we're watching, I'm so sorry, Twilight Zone a lot. And we were watching, so Elmer Bernstein with To Kill a Mockingbird. These are the kind of scores that we were referencing, and Robin totally gets it. And so we were just excited to make something cool and original and a little bit old school too,
Yeah, I felt that it feels a little bit old school, a little bit of a throwback, and like you said, it's an entry in the Halloween kid-friendly family genre. That, like you said, there are some, but not nearly as many as the horror genre. And I think it's a good entry in that. It feels right at home in that genre, and a big part of that is that great score. So Robin, maybe you can tell us a little bit about when you got involved and about giving us this score that really does go a long way and just right away putting you into this world.
Yeah, so basically, when I got involved with Hero, actually, the short movie that Drew had mentioned earlier, that was actually where we started working the first time. And we noticed quite from the beginning that we hit it off really well. Like we are very in sync with how we think about movies, how we think movies should sound, like how the music should work. And so these guys, they made a lot of effort to allocate enough budget to the music for Treasure Trackers so that we can actually record a 90-piece orchestra in Bratislava in Europe. So, which is absolutely insane for a movie of that scale. We basically to just have a 90-piece symphony orchestra perform that score. And I personally, I wanted it to go this really classic Hollywood route, like all this nostalgia feelings that we have for movies from the 70s, 80s, 90s, like this Spielbergian vibes. And I wanted to have a really like a big score with big themes, big melodies, lots of orchestration details, like really like a fun score that you enjoy. And I also wanted to focus on the Halloween aspect by bringing in some special instruments that have like this little more sinister sound quality that really help to highlight this kind of vibe that's going on there, like the mystery, but also the adventure and the friendship. It was all supposed to get into the music, and it's just a dream come true to work with these two guys because they are so in love with film music. And the fascinating thing is how they work is they plan the music ahead. So we were working on the music already before they even started shooting. We were developing themes that appear in the movie and that have a story part in the movie. And that is so much fun to work like this back and forth with ideas and just bring this vision to life from several angles into this, what it eventually became.
That is fascinating. And I love that idea of you're working on the soundtrack even before shooting the movie, figuring out these themes. I've got time for one more question. So we've got to go back to the Halloween holiday for this. I mean, you've got a Halloween movie out. What does Halloween mean to each of you guys? Do you celebrate? Do you have warm memories growing up? Do you celebrate now and go big and look forward to it like we do? And I guess Drew will start with you and then go to Nate and then Robin.
Yeah, I love Halloween. It's always been a really, really important holiday to me. And now that I have kids, it's another extension of that I can, work with them on what costumes they're going to wear. And I was thinking about this just last Halloween while we were trick-or-treating with the kids. I was thinking about how, in my opinion, Halloween is the most communal holiday of all the holidays. Sure, like 4th of July, you get your friends together, but no other holiday you go knocking on strangers' doors. And everybody's out, and I love the sense of community that you have at Halloween. It feels like a movie when you go out trick-or-treating and all the kids are out, and there's a chill in the air. It's a very, very special holiday. And so yeah, to be able to make a movie that had Halloween as the backdrop was really, really special.
I mean, yeah, Halloween's amazing. I think having kids now, going trick-or-treating with them, like Drew said, it's Christmas and Halloween are the greatest holidays, right? So I think it's so much fun. And we grew up in a house that's really conservative, so our parents didn't let us trick-or-treat. And all these kids, like 100 kids that come to the door and knock on the door, and we're handing out candy to them. We're like, man. So to be able to participate in it now, and it's pretty great. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Is Halloween big in Germany?
Actually not. I'm from Germany actually, and about 10 years ago, nobody really cared about Halloween, but it has really caught on in Germany. Like I see kids trick or treating. It's like it's becoming a big thing. So it has transitioned over to Europe.
It's catching on.
Yeah, it definitely.
It's an objectively great holiday.
It definitely is.
It's great.
Excellent. And well, I love all those answers, and I love hearing that it is catching on more in Germany now than ever, and everybody's getting into it. So that's excellent for us to hear. Well, again, gentlemen, I know you're super busy today. I like I said, I really enjoyed the movie Treasure Trackers. It's out this Halloween season. I know our audience, especially those with kids, are going to really enjoy this entry in this genre. So again, I appreciate you hanging out and talking to us. And we always wrap up by saying just happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.